So, hello and welcome to the second yoga video, and today if you have the equipment, you're going to need a blanket, a belt or a dressing gown cord, something like that. I've got 2 bricks here and some yoga blocks, and I've got a chair. So remember that if you don't have yoga equipment, you can always acquire it online, or I've got some you could borrow if you message me. So we're going to start sitting cross-legged. So take a yoga brick or a cushion or a blanket and we'll sit. So cross your legs mid-shin and try and have the shins sort of parallel to the edges of the mat. Have enough blocks that you can really lift up easily from the base of your spine. You don't want to be slumped at all. And you can take the flesh of the buttocks diagonally away so you're sitting directly on your buttock bone, and draw up through the spine. Just look straight ahead and find that your eyelids get a little heavy. So when you begin to close your eyes, you have a desire not to open them again. And just draw up the crown of your head. Think of it over the tailbone. Spread the collarbones. Become aware of your breath. Feel the movement of your breastbone. When you breathe in, feel the breastbone moving forwards and a little upwards. If you're able, to begin to breathe a little more deeply. And feel the skin either side of the breastbone beginning to move away from the breastbone. Feel the front of the chest expanding and the back of the chest. And if it's comfortable, keep your breaths not too deep at the beginning so that you don't become short of breath. And feel the chest beginning to expand in the front, in the back ribs, and in the side ribs too. Just drawing the air slowly in through the nostrils and allowing the air to gently expand the lungs from the bottom of the chest, moving up towards the top of the chest. Just feel that you're moving into your body now. You're becoming aware of yourself in this room, in this place, in this moment. Let the air leave the chest from the top of the chest, the middle and the lower chest. Just think of the air moving in and out of the nostrils like a very fine thread. There's no pulling or pushing at the air, it's just a gentle flow. Try to let go of any expression that you normally have in your face. Release your tongue. Release your jaw. Just one more deeper breath. And then still lifting up through the spine, bring the hands together in front of the chest. Put the thumbs on the breastbone, feel the breastbone lift. Match your fingers, match your palms. Bring your wrists a little away from the chest. And we'll chant Om together 3 times. Take a deep breath. Om. Release your hands, release your head down, open your eyes and bring your head up. Alright, we're going to start with Adho Mukha Virasana today. And I'm going to use my block, my bricks. If you don't have any bricks, then you can have your hands on the floor. And you're going to have your feet, toes together, heels apart, knees apart. If you can't sit back down on your heels comfortably, then you can put a block or a blanket so that when you come forwards, you've still got that feeling of weight of the body going down through into the feet. Feel the front of the feet firmly on the ground. Now keep the front body long and keeping the weight going down. Just take your hands a little bit forwards. You can almost put pressure on the hands to keep your buttocks firmly anchored to the heels. Do this in stages. Keep the front body long. Keep the spine moving into the back. Now, the advantage of blocks is that you can just feel an opening in your shoulders a little bit more. Press the palms on the blocks, look forwards, keep that weight down onto the heels, keep that length in the body, and keep the elbows lifted, the palms pressing. Let the spine descend between the shoulder blades, and then you can let the ears be level with the palms. Be aware of your breath. So you freely breathe throughout the practice and keep your face soft. And if it's comfortable for you, you can let your head descend a little, as long as it doesn't round the upper back. So press down firmly, especially with the base of the index finger, the thumb side of the wrist. Lift the inner upper arms. Extend the sides of the waist. Press the feet down. Press the shins down and be on the center of the shin. And breathe. Okay, and then come up. Now I'm going to do our first dog pose with the arms really wide and the feet wide. So you can place the hands on the edges of the mat and the feet on the edges of the mat. And then align the outer edges of the feet with the mat. Spread all the fingers. Have the wrists straight ahead of you. Lift the elbows and lengthen the body. Try to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Have your ears level with your arms. Now, just as before, press on the palms, press on the index fingers, really lift up through the arms. Now, if you bend your knees a little, you could take your breastbone a little bit towards your thighs. And then straighten the legs. Don't worry if your heels are not on the ground, but do try to really extend and lengthen the spine all the way from the neck to the tailbone. Make the legs strong, pull up the thighs, pull up the knees. Press the shins back. Okay, and then keep the feet wide, walk the hands back, and you can just hang in Uttanasana. You can cross your fingers, you put your fingers and thumbs around your elbows. And just draw down through the spine and bring the forearms above the head and extend the back body. So press on your feet and draw up through your thighs. Tuck your tailbone under, but keep the front body long. Keep drawing the abdomen away from the hips. And breathe, soften your face. All right, and then come up. So we're going to start with a couple of salute to the suns. So you're going to come towards the front of your mat, feet together. For Emily, you're not doing the dog face up part of this, all right? So stretch up, stretch forward. Don't worry if your hands don't reach the ground, just have them hanging for a minute. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hands by your feet. Bend your knees, look forwards. Now you can take little steps or a big jump back into dog pose. And stretch back. And then look forwards. And we'll come forwards into dog face up. So you come over, shoulders over the wrists. Let the tailbone move in. Lift the chest and look up. Back to dog pose. Look forwards, bend the knees. Neither a big jump back or little steps. All the way back. Stretch forwards. Stretch down. Arms up. Bring the hands together in front of the chest. All right. Catch your breath. And then when you're ready, we'll do another one. Take the arms up. Take the arms forwards and down. Stretch forwards. Breathe in. Stretch down. Look forwards. Bend the knees. Little steps or a big jump back. Come over the wrists. Tuck the tailbone in. Lift the chest up. Keep lifting the thighs, lifting the knees, and then back up. Bend the knees, little steps or a big jump forwards, stretch forwards, stretch down, arms up, and then hands in front of the chest. Just catch your breath. And then we'll do one more, a little bit faster. So up bend your knees, dog pose, forwards, up, dog pose, bend the knees, jump or walk, stretch forwards, stretch down, arms up, hands in front of the chest. Okay, so now with your belt, lengthen your belt or your dressing gown cord or whatever you've got, and stand with your feet together, be a little bit away from the wall, stretch the arms up and take them over. So it's going to be quite a wide belt because you mustn't bend the arms and you mustn't bend the belt. So we'll go up and over a few times. You can breathe in as you go up and out as you go down. Make it a little bit narrower if that's easy. And then on the last time, we're going to pause here and you're going to pull the belt, press on your feet, lift up through your legs, open your chest, really as though you want to break the belt. Feel that stretch across the front of the chest. Okay, and then down, all the way up and over. And now I'd like you to make the belt into a loop, if you've got one, or tie a knot. And you need the loop, if your shoulders are stiff, measure it to the outside of your shoulders, if not, just to the inside. And then you're going to put your wrists into the belt behind your back. Okay? And then either against the wall or simply in the room, you take your lower back to the wall and your feet can come about a foot away from the wall and be hip distance apart, and strong straight legs. And you're going to come forwards with a straight body and you're going to lift the arms up. So you press into your feet, draw up through your thighs, lengthen the front body and lift the shoulder blades away from the back and draw the arms up. If you're able to go more forwards, then do so. Keep hitting the arms into the belt. Keep the arms very strong and straight and stretch up through all of the fingers. Keep lengthening the abdomen away from the thighs and keep pulling up the thigh muscles. Make sure your feet aren't rolling in and out. You need to have as much weight on the inside of the feet as the outside of the feet. Lift your shoulders. Breathe. And then come all the way up. Okay, so now we're going to put our hands, if possible. Otherwise, you don't have. If you haven't got a wall, you can just have your hands flat. But I'd like you to put your hands up the wall. I've got a plug here. Oh, I think I'll do that. I'm going to put my brick here, and you're going to put your hands, your wrists, so they go up, and your hands are flat on the floor, and you're kneeling away, and you tuck your toes under. Okay. So from here, you're going to try and keep your forearms firm on the ground and lift your legs. So you press into your hands, press down the forearms, lift your shoulders up and back. Make the legs strong. take the hips back. Okay, and then you can come down. You might like to repeat that away from the wall, but link the fingers together like this. So it's a triangle between your elbows and your wrists. Have your wrists vertical. Take your knees away. Tuck your toes under. Lift up through your legs. If you can come down onto your feet, that's good. Push on your elbows. Take your arms up and back. Take your shoulders up and back. Press on the forearms. Keep the tailbone in and lift up through the thighs. Okay, and then come down. I've got my little plan here, so I need to refer to it. Okay, so we're going to do Trikonasana now. We're going to do Trikonasana with the hand on the wall. If you haven't got a wall, then you could always put your hand on the chair, on the top of a chair. So, what you need to do is to take up 4.5 foot stride with your feet parallel to each other, coming forwards, and extend the arms. So press on the feet, draw up through the thighs, lift the abdomen, the tailbone is in, and lower the shoulders, and lift the elbows. We're going to turn the left toes in. Okay, if I'm going to mirror you, I'll need to have my back to you. So you're going to turn your left toes in. Ooh, no, I can't work it out. I'm going to do it like this. Turn your left toes in. Turn your right toes out. Keep your hips facing forwards. And then keep this side of the body long as we did last time. And stretch. I'll be a little nearer. Stretch towards the wall, so your hand can go up the wall. You can lower this arm, but you can see that you can get this length in the whole of the right side of the body. So press on the feet and keep your tailbone in, and now we're going to try and turn the body up towards the ceiling. Now you can press on the hand, push on the hand that's on the wall to give you stability, to help you turn, and if it's comfortable you can take the top arm up. Keep firm on the back leg, on the little toe side of the back foot. Keep turning the back leg up to the ceiling as you turn the abdomen, the waist and the chest. Okay, and then come up. Turn the feet. Now I haven't got a wall that you can see that side, so I'll turn round. So you turn your right toes in, your left toes out, your left heel in. So the left foot is parallel with the long edge of the mat. Make the hips level, stretch the arms, breathe in. As you breathe out, extend the left side now. To creep a bit nearer, so you can reach the wall and really lengthen the left side of the body. Then turn the body. Look up if it's comfortable. Firm feet, firm thighs. Take the arm up. Still feel that breadth across the chest when you breathe. Keep drawing up the outside of the left thigh and tucking the left buttock in. That left thigh is turning outwards, away from the abdomen, as is the right thigh. Okay, and then come up, turn the feet, and bring the legs together. This time, we're going to use the belt, if you've got one. And we're going to do Trikonasana with the hands, the wrists in the belt, but behind the back. Okay, so you take up your stride. Make sure your feet are parallel with each other. Turn the left toes in, turn the right foot all the way around to the right. Keep the body facing forward, lower the shoulders and press the wrists into the belt. Breathe in. Then we haven't got the arms, but we still want the length in the body. We still want the chest, the abdomen and the waist to turn, but we're pulling the arms away from the shoulders and the wrists out into the belt. And turn. Keep your feet firm and not compressed on the floor, and pull up through the thigh muscles, tailbone in, shoulders away from the ears, and then come up, turn the feet, so right toes in, left foot all the way around, face forwards, breathe in, long left side of the body, turn the body, look up, face soft, really stretch those wrists away from each other, elbows straight, shoulder blades drawing down the back. Pull that left outer thigh from the outer knee up to the outer hip, tuck the left buttock in, lift the right hip. And then come up, feet forwards and together. So this time we're going to still use the belt, and we're going to use it for Virabhadrasana 2. If you haven't got the belt, you can keep your hands on your hips. That's perfectly fine. So take up your stride. Feet parallel, feet forwards, hips are level. Turn the left toes in and the right foot all the way out to the right. Breathe in. Bend the front knee. Now we need a square shape in this pose, the second warrior pose. So has to be with an open, this area here is open. This area is around the navel is for courage, and we need courage. So down you go. You want your thigh parallel to the ground and the shin perpendicular to it. The body facing forwards, the hands out into the belt, drawing down. Now, you want that front knee not to be coming forwards. You want that front knee over the front foot, well, sort of parallel with the front foot, not going over. Right, and the back foot, you want to lift the arch on the back foot and have the little toe side firm. And breathe, of course. Okay, and then come all the way up. Turn the feet. Take a breath. And then we'll turn the right toes in. Turn the left toes out, the left heel in. This left foot, the heel of the left foot, should be aligned with the arch of the right foot. Turn the hips forwards, the chest forwards, draw the arms down, hit the wrists into the belt, breathe in, bend the knee, go down to that right angle, look forwards, breathe easily into the diaphragm, tuck the tailbone in, keep pressing those wrists into the belt, tucking the tailbone away from your hands, pubic bone lifts, collarbones spread, shoulder blades move down, crown of the head to the ceiling. Okay, and then come all the way up, turn the feet, and bring them together. Now, we will go by the wall for Parsvakonasana, but if you don't have a wall, you can just simply do it on your mat and take a brick or a block or something to put your hand on if you've got it. Otherwise, you can leave your hand on your leg. So, place your left foot against the wall, your right foot into the room, and place the block behind the foot. So the left foot stays pressing into the wall, the little toe side of it, and you turn the right foot all the way around. Stretch the arms. So as the last pose, bend the knee, come down to that right angle shape, keep the back foot pressing into the wall, and then take the hand over onto the brick. You could have your brick up on the high side if that's easier. You could have your elbow on your knee if you don't have a brick, or you could take it a little lower. But you want to keep this underside of the chest long. You don't want to be bending over in that way. So keep the back little toes pressing. Pull up this outer side of the front thigh, tuck the buttock in, turn the abdomen, turn the chest, take the arm up, really lift it up out of the shoulder, turn it and take it on over your ear. Keep the front knee pressing into the arm behind it and breathe. Watch that you haven't scrunched up your toes. Okay, and then come up. And then we'll turn around. So you've got your right foot against the wall, left foot into the room. Make sure the feet are parallel. Turn the left foot. Stretch the arms. Bend the knee. Keep the hips facing forwards. It's very tempting to turn them to the left. And then extend over the front leg, hand on the block. See, this is long. And then turn the body. If it's comfortable, take the arm up. Turn it. Really lift it up. Take it over. So pressing the back foot. Lifting the right hip. Tucking the left hip in. Turning and opening the whole body. And then come all the way up. Turning the feet, legs back together. So we're going to do Parsvakonasana now. And if you've got 2 bricks, that's ideal, but otherwise you could have your hands on a chair, or it's a little bit harder on the floor unless you've got very long hamstrings. And I'm going to use the wall, but you don't have to use the wall. So you're going to put the bricks roughly where your front foot is. So you put your feet against the skirting board, turn the left toes out about 3 inches and step forward with the right foot and turn the hips. Now the bricks need to be around the front ankle. Okay. And you lift up through your abdomen, try to get the breastbone looking straight forwards. As long as you don't have any issues with your back, we're going to take the arms up. If you do, you can just take your arms forwards. So take your arms up, firm feet, firm legs, bringing the left hip forwards, breathe in. Extend forwards, straight spine, and then we're going to take the hands onto the bricks and extend forwards. Now, the reason I've asked all of you to have bricks is that if it's possible for you, I want you to turn your hands around like that. Just trying to get a little more action in the shoulders. So press the back heel into the wall, make that back leg strong. Bring the back hip forwards and the front hip, tuck it in. Strong front leg, press on the front foot. Have the inner foot down just as much as the outer foot. And extend the front body. Draw the abdomen away from the thighs. Press on the hands and lift up through the arms and draw the shoulder blades back towards the hips. Just look forwards a little bit on the ground ahead of you. Okay, and then come all the way up. Bring the feet back together. Remember, you could have had your hands on a chair if your legs are a little bit stiffer. And then take the right toes out 3 inches. Step forward with the left foot. Make sure the bricks are either side of the ankle. Turn the hips. Strong straight legs. So you tuck your tailbone in, draw up through the abdomen. Take the arms up. And then come forwards. And take your hands onto the bricks. Turn the hips a little bit more so they're both level with each other if possible. And extend through the front body. And then make sure your hands aren't forwards like this. Keep them back. And if you can, turn here. And stretch the fingers out behind the wrists. Let the spine draw down between the shoulder blades. And extend forwards. Press the back heel in. The more the back leg goes back, the more the body can come forwards. Remember, we want that back of the pelvis level. And the front spine long. Keep your eyes soft. Just, it's more a question of sensitivity to how you are in the pose. And rather than making unnecessary effort, make the legs strong and the body long. Just enjoy it. Okay, and then come up. So we're going to repeat that pose, but not with bricks, with the hands in Gomukhasana. So if you can't reach your hands together, you can put a belt over the left shoulder. And what you're going to do is take the right arm back, take it down, and take the palm up the spine. Now you can use your left hand to draw the elbow in and to let the palm creep up the spine. Now you could hold the belt, you take the other arm up, keep it close by your ear, and then join the hands. But you could have held the belt. Then we're going to come back. I'm going to use the wall, but you can do it free. You take your left toes out and you step forward with your right foot. Turn the hips, tuck the tailbone in and draw up through the spine. Keep the spine long. Breathe in and then just come forwards. You can just come forwards a little, or you could come parallel to the floor. Just draw the left elbow forwards, keep lengthening through the left side of the body. Try not to squash the heart. Keep the front of the body long. So press the back leg and draw the abdomen away from the thigh. forward, release your hands, and then take the belt over the right shoulder if you need it, hand out, turn the arm, come down, take the palm up the spine, take this arm up, take it over. Okay. So now we're turning the right toes out, stepping forward with the left foot, turning the hips, lifting the tummy, lengthening the body. Breathe in and then come forwards. Just do a little at first. Just bring the right hip a little forwards, the left hip back, and then take it gradually. Keep directing that right elbow forwards, the breastbone over the thigh. Extend. Keep the back of the neck long. Keep the thighs drawing up, the feet very firm. Breathe, soft face. Just see where you can go. And then come all the way up. And bring the feet back together and release the arms. Okay, and last time, if you've got your belt, otherwise you can repeat the first way or just put the hands on the bricks forwards, but have your wrists into the belt, here, come back, feet together, same pose, take the left toes out, take the right foot forwards, turn the body, strong legs, lift up, long body, arms out into the belt, pulling away from your shoulders, and then come forwards. So there's no rush, there's no targets, just go where you can go. Just keep your arms really hitting out into the belt, keep the elbows very straight. It does help to bring a certain stability here, although we are asking the legs to stabilise us. Okay, and then come all the way up, come back, right toes out, left foot forwards, turn the hips, long body, shoulders down, breathe in, come forwards. Pull the arms into the belt. Keep turning the hips so that they're level. Long, long body. Just go where you can. Keep that belt firm. Keep drawing the arms away from the shoulders. Broad collarbones, breastbone to thigh. Okay, well, towards the thigh, and then come up. Okay. Now we get to lie down. So still have your belt, if you've got one, that is. Otherwise, you can just have your arms shoulder width apart. And if you've got a wall, you can put your feet into the wall. Otherwise, just have your feet vertical and together. So I'm just going to bend my knees, lie down as a straight line, and I'm going to move so the feet are in firm contact with the ground. I want to have my pelvis, the back of my pelvis, moving towards the wall, so I'm just going to lift it up and stretch it that way. I've got a little gap under the waist, but I've got my shoulder blades as well. I lift up my back, tuck them towards the wall, have all the ribs on the ground, long neck, hit the arms into the belt. Make sure you're not going to have a belt over your face, and then draw them up to the ceiling. Now, just hit them out, press the thighs down, stretch the heels away, keep the ribs down. And then when you breathe out, keep hitting into the belt. Keep the ribs down, don't flip the rib cage up to the ceiling. Keep the thighs pressing. Keep the thumb side of the wrist extended. Keep hitting into the belt equally with both wrists. Go slowly. You may not get to the ground, it doesn't matter. You have your arms straight, shoulders away from your ears. Pressing the thighs, breathing. And then bring the arms up and release. And then today, to finish, we'll do Setu Bandha. So I'm going to use 4 blocks, but you could have 1, 2, or a couple of blankets, a couple of cushions are a bit wobbly, but if you haven't got any equipment, blankets are probably better because they're firmer. I'm going to put them lengthways so I can put my feet on the wall. You could have your feet on the settee or even on the chair, going slightly up onto the chair, or have bent legs with the shins on the chair. So keep your feet on the ground while you find out what's the best support. So this support is only for your lower back. My waist is off the support, and I'm going to bring my shoulders down onto the ground. I'm just a little bit far from the wall, so I'm going to move the blocks slightly down, move myself slightly down, keep the shoulders tucking under, and take the feet onto the wall. I'm turning the arms out and the palms are up to the ceiling. And you want to have the feeling that your thighs are rolling in. And just give you a moment to get into the right position. Have your shoulders firmly on the ground. Just make sure your rib cage and your waist are free. That the pelvis is moving towards the wall. You can press the thighs down. Press the feet into the wall. You can close your eyes if you like, and come back to that sensation of movement of the breath in the body. Make sure your throat is free. Your chin is not too close to your chest. And simply begin to let go of the arms. And let go of holding onto the body. This pose is a good one for encouraging energy, circulation into the pelvis, into the abdomen, into the chest, into the throat, into the brain. It's a calming pose, and one that you can hold at home for 10 minutes, whatever length of time suits you, especially if you feel a little low in energy. All right. And then when you, to come out of the pose, you bend your knees. You can press your feet into the floor and just lift your lower back up. This pose is also fine if you're menstruating or if you're pregnant. And then you might like to remove the bricks one at a time or all together. Draw the pelvis towards the feet. Draw one knee into the chest. Let the lower back release. You can stretch, if you've got room, you can stretch this leg out onto the ground if you like. And then swap legs. Press the buttock down and draw the thigh down. Release the lower back towards the feet. You could draw both legs in. And then you could lie out on the ground, ready for Shavasana, the relaxation pose. Stretch your legs away from you in a straight line and let the legs roll out. Okay. Take the arms out to the sides, let the arms roll out. Do support your head. If you find your head tips back, do support your head with a cushion, a blanket, a block. Make yourself warm. Cover yourself with a blanket. Give your body time to release down onto the ground. Remember to soften your facial muscles. Become aware of your breath without altering it. Just smooth, soft inhalation and exhalation. And I will leave you here for as long as you want to stay. And thank you very much.